potentially is the running back room, but I also have two running backs in Judkins and Genty who should be continuing to improve. And then Zach, who could be, if K9 doesn't get re-signed, could be RB1 in Seattle. It's fucking 15 carries for 10-yard performance ain't going to do that, though.
All right. Okay, let me pull this up real quick so I can actually
welcome
look
in,
at
by
it.
the way. Guys, I saw you guys ask some questions to me. Please feel free to retype that. Didn't get a chance to respond to that because we're talking fancy. Dude, I got DJ Moore and Xavier Worthy on my bench right now.
All right. I'm pulling this bull crap up.
Yeah, I have the best tight end core by far in the entire league.
Okay, and I'm telling you that's going to look vastly different at the end of the year. You're here trying to sell me on. Honestly, Ferguson's the only one I take serious, just because given
you don't. You said you like Juwan Johnson.
I like Juwan, but I don't trust that quarterback room for it to be stable the whole year. And Hunter Henry's been always either
Hunter Henry. I wasn't
touchdown or nothing.
I was not going to push that one. That one you're 100% right on. The only reason he's 3 is because he just had like a 30-point week. I totally agree. But I have the top 3 right now, 1.5 PPR, and I have Laporta, and I have Dalton Schultz, who is number 24. But again, with how
Judkins, Genty, that's nice. Aaron Jones,
Aaron Jones,
Charbonnet is nice too, depending on what happens with Walker in the offseason.
Running back was an area. That's why I was talking about GP for Kyron.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not giving up a second for that, even if I get a third back. That ain't happening.
You don't. Yeah, like you said, you don't have a star. Getting Worthy back's kind of big.
Yes, I have Worthy, Johnson,
Pittman, Johnston, Pickens. Like that's solid. That's solid. No star. But
and
then,
DJ Moore.
Okay, DJ Moore is like.
We'll see what happens with him.
That's literally to start DJ Moore is to play Russian roulette.
Yes, I totally agree. But it's like
Christian Kirk, I don't know how many more years. Like he's going to be such a spot.
He's a filler. Yeah, he's a filler.
Yeah, same with Josh Palmer.
Yes, Jalen Tolbert.
Downs has turned into that.
Yeah, dude, that sucks. I was hoping that Downs, because I was believing that Danny.
You know what hurt Downs? Tyler Warren.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah. So like it's fine, but.
If you look at
I don't look at that and say like, oh, I'm one player away from competing.
Well, I think that I am 1 star away from being competitive every week. I'll say that. Maybe not competing, but competitive every week. And over a year with injuries, especially because I believe in my bench, that's why I'm like, the biggest issue for me is this. Joe Flacco is done after this year. I don't care even if he's starting on a team, I'm probably not keeping his ass. So right now, I would only have Brock Purdy. And we already don't.
I'd probably have on my bench just because I need somebody.
I know. Like I need something there. So yeah, I'm grateful that Brock is back.
I'm gonna trash not the expert right now too. This dude, she was like, hey guys, I'm open for trades. And I was like, okay, let's talk Jalen Hurts. Let's talk Bo Nix. He was like, I don't want to trade either of those guys. I was like, screw you. I literally told him, I was like, I'm willing to pay an arm and a leg right now. And he was like, I can't part with those guys. Like I gave him a pretty hefty trade offer for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, I was asking him because he's like, yeah, I want to, he started wanting to change like the seeding to the smallest max points for. And I was like, you want to like punish teams that didn't end up like that teams that just don't have or that have good benches, you want to punish those? Like, I don't think so. Like, I don't give a crap. If you can't build your own bench, you don't deserve a better pick. You deserve a better pick if you perform poorly. And then if there's a tie, then you could end up breaking it that way. That's just my hot take.
Here losing his mind over LSU.
What? Oh, Wyatt? I see
he's a big LSU fan.
Yeah, I see all caps right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I'm like,
yeah.
The quarterback position is just so important, man.
I mean, yes, and
yes.
Yeah.
Super flex league, by the way.
I mean, if you could get a guy that runs, I think you're kind of okay. Like if I had Justin Fields on the squad, I'd feel okay just because he could run.
Yes. I agree.
Oh man. On a side note, I do want to mention today's stream. This is going to be our charity stream. We're doing the American Heart Association. It's I told you about my buddy who lost their
Yes.
daughter. Last week we were able to raise is the word I'm looking for, $1,100. So
That's
we're gonna be
amazing.
we're gonna be doing this through the month of October.
Who's the other guy that's on the live? Oh, I guess I don't. I'm so used to always having like names underneath it. I'm like, all right, well, nice to see you too. Skater boy, my name is Alex. I do Hail Mary Sports.
Oh, dude,
So-
yeah, we love Hail Mary Sports here. Comment section, give or take. That's for everybody though. Like, dude, I had
it's the risk
somebody
of-
trying to blast football analysis, and like Garrett, I was like,
Dude,
dude,
Garrett's like the
Garrett's
most chill
freaking
guy.
awesome, bro.
Love that guy.
He
Until he tries to fleece me in a trade, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm unfleeceable in a trade unless I'm just like desperate.
Yeah, that's
And
fair
I
enough.
try hard not to be desperate, but golly, I was getting desperate from Mahomes, dude. Let me tell you.
I mean, a 1 and a 2 for someone who would be winning the league is not that crazy, if I'm going to be honest. Now, if you said like a CD and a 1, that's crazy.
Dude, no,
That's
no,
crazy.
no.
Like that's where
I'll tell you this. I would be taking away that 1 and 2 if we're going to involve CD.
But again, it's just like I don't feel like there's no.
And I mean, my whole point, even in a tight end premium, it's just typically by the end of the year with fantasy, the tight end 4 and sometimes even 3 is so close to tight end 10 that it's almost less than a game difference.
Sure.
So it's like, if you could kind of find a consistent guy like Goddard,
yeah,
and right now, freaking Kyle Pitts,
yeah, he's been reliable, surprisingly.
yeah.
But yes, anything else before I hop off?
No, I think I asked everything I wanted to. I think we shared a lot.
Anymore.
I don't know. How do you feel about running backs, real quick? Draft. I'm not turning on the class, but there's guys that I like, and then I think it falls off pretty immensely.
So Damon Claiborne, Jeremiah Love are the clear top 2 for me.
He got hurt. Claiborne got hurt
did?
at the end of the game. Yeah, he's been a little banged up this whole year.
He has, but he ended up having a nice run today, and then it's like,
yeah, he had the run in overtime and got hurt.
Yeah, damn.
And then they go for 2 and lose.
Well, that sucks. Okay, TBD on learning about how he is health wise. Jeremiah,
it's just smaller back. I think you're always gonna fear the injury.
risk.
So like he's gonna be a part of the backfield. He's not. You just won't trust him enough to be the bell cow.
Yes. Jeremiah clear cut 1 based on the every down back style. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm looking at this. Anthony Hankerson's been ass.
I don't want to talk about him.
Terry and Stewart hasn't been doing anything.
Yeah, dude. What the hell, Virginia Tech?
Like
they won't give him the ball. They're running like a committee backfield back there.
Right. Like Jonah Coleman's been doing a fantastic job. He finally was in shape. Thank God.
I freaking love Coleman. I've loved Coleman for so long.
Dude, I loved him at Arizona. I thought he got kind of fat last year.
Oh, dude, he's ripped.
He's finally in shape. I'm like, thank God, dude. You don't have to be a bowling ball every time. So super happy to see him. Jadarian Price still is a guy who I think is a king. Love him. Kanye Udo has taken the battering ram approach, and he's just not somebody.
Yeah, that's another kind of like backfield
letdown
by committee. Well, because they got what's his name, like Raylick.
Raleek Brown. I love
Brown.
Raleek. He was so funnily enough. I need to start doing this every year now, and I haven't done it since this year, and it's kind of bit me in the ass. Watching the All-American game, like the high schoolers. Yeah, that's where I saw Raleek Brown. I'm like, oh my God, I love this guy. It's like
I was gonna ask you about. Have you checked out Hollywood Smothers?
Yeah. This year
I'm a Smother lover.
Yeah, I mean, he's a home run threat, man. I mean, he's 5'11", 195. Dude looks like he's won like 65. But
yeah. But dude, the contact balance is nice. Like he doesn't let guys get direct hits, so he's able to kind of
bad. But I need to see it this year. I need to watch him this year.
Yeah, he doesn't let guys get clean hits, so he's able to take kind of like a half hit, and he's strong enough at least to shed it. Like pass protection, he's feisty.
Yeah.
But he's trash. Forget that.
Which
probably puts him on day 3 for most NFL teams because you're not playing if you can't pass protect, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He won't be day 3 for me. I'll just say that.
I know there's a good amount of people who like Hollywood Smothers too.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
my
thought he was
ex
just
is
a
going to
fluid
NC State
athlete.
for grad, huh?
Oh, okay.
So I need to
Sorry,
ask her
I didn't
about
mean to
his
interrupt you.
contact balance. Does he pass the eye test?
He's good.
Do I
I
pass the eye
think
test?
clean tackles will take him down, but like he does a good job trying to stay on his feet.
Yeah.
He won't move piles or anything. Don't get me wrong. Look at that
Yeah.
size, but I thought he was more of a fluid athlete than fast, and then I got like miles per hour on him, and I was like, oh, he gets up to top speed so freaking quick.
Yeah. Dude, the dude's a burner for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, honestly, this class is really underwhelming running back wise. If I'm just
I
being
want to be
completely
out on
honest.
Singleton so bad.
Come to the club, brother.
Dude,
I've been out since day one.
Dude, you probably remember me saying this. It's like he's either Jonathan Taylor or AJ Dillon. Take your pick.
Well, both round 2 backs, if I'm not mistaken. So,
well, who's still around 2 back? Let me ask that.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, yeah,
tied ball game, Tennessee, Mississippi State. Side note.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not a fan. And then you see Mekhi Hughes just not being used and apparently having off-field concerns.
Is it okay? Because I was wondering why he wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't confirmed it, but
yeah, because I put him down as returned. And Darius Taylor, I think, is returned too. He's been struggling with a hamstring issue.
Yeah, dude. Like,
obviously,
my Pookie Bear, Jaheim White.
I'm coming around to Fat Man.
Katron.
Yeah. I just love I don't mind his style. Like it might not be he might not have huge upside, but golly, bro.
Yeah. I mean, he is kind of like the pairing if you end up getting a Damon Claiborne. Like
here, I want to flex Wade. Wade's an awesome member of the channel. Everyone's an awesome member.
Wade's awesome.
Wade just donated 40. He's got like kind of a work match where they all.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
So
incredible.
Appreciate the cause, my friend. Appreciate it. I should put on my Strong Like Mia shirt. I just don't know where it's at right now.
The procrastinating is real.
Dude, I know. I'm sorry I'm keeping you here, Alex. I love talking to you, bro.
I know. I miss talking to you too. That's why I was like, that's why I ended up saying, oh, we need to talk ball. I'm like,
let's talk ball now.
I could delay a little bit. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this class so underwhelming running back wise. Jivey and Thomas should have been so much better for UCLA too. And it's like,
fuck. I didn't even have him down.
He was a top 15 back for me, man.
Yeah, I'm still in on Desmond Reed as like a
fun scout option.
Yeah, he was hurt today, so like missed the game. I've come around to Jadarian Price.
Yeah, he was my RB5 coming into the year, or RB6.
I think I had him around 15 because I was like, yeah, he just kind of feels like
it's a real
back.
Range. Yeah,
but I think the vision's better with him this year.
Thank God.
Yeah, right. But dude, yeah, it does fall off pretty hard. Yeah. Like I was never a big Bryson Washington guy.
No, he was RB20 for me.
Yeah, I don't know if I like Le'Veon Moss or not.
I do. He's currently, again, I haven't regraded the class, so very much up for shifting RB3.
Because like I feel like he's just a big back home run guy, but outside of that, he feels like less like he feels like Nicholas Singleton, just not with like the crazy physical tools. Because he's got the speed. It's just I don't think he's as strong as Singleton.
Yeah, no, he's not like Singleton build. I thought of him more as a one cut back than anything.
Yeah. That's what I have him as, one cut, like cut and go. Can just burn. I think he had a big long run. Golly, that's a dirty way to say big long run today versus them Tigers.
Yeah. Le'Veon's a fun player, man. I like him a lot. Udo, he's just kind of unfortunately pigeonholed himself too much. I thought he was going to be a lot better for Arizona State. So, yeah, big letdown in terms of running back class. Not really anybody stepping up except for Jonah Coleman finally getting back to where he once was with Arizona. Thank God. So,
I've checked out Mark Fletcher. I think he kind of reminds me of. He reminds me so much of Damian Martinez from last year.
I mean, they're both very gritty runners.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I
yeah,
guess
dude
it
needs
just
to fix
makes
the fumbling.
sense.
If he fixes his fumbling
I don't think he's fumbled
consistency,
this year. That's the thing.
knock on wood. But it was an issue. It was an issue for him big time. So I'm a little bit concerned about that.
Yeah,
So I mean, I'm excited to see him.
I'm
not do-
excited to dip back into the edge group because it just looks phenomenal again.
Yes. I mean, some big names that haven't hit necessarily. Like Overton hasn't been as productive as we were hoping for.
Yeah, his win
He's
rate's still
6'2".
really good.
Do you know you saw he's like under 6'3", right?
Yeah, I saw. Well, he's closer to 6'3" than he is 6'2".
Yeah, but I mean, like,
But I saw the
still,
potential arm length, and I'm like, maybe you are a 3-4 end.
yeah, 33.5, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, like Falk, I don't think he's taken that full leap, even though I
No,
put
but
him
you're
up
gonna
high.
bet on tools with Falk, and that's fine.
Well, the thing about Falk is you don't have to bet on the tools. You know you're getting really solid production off the bat as a run defender.
Exactly.
Then
He
you're
probably
having that.
has the highest floor.
Right. You're not getting a bust factor with Keldrick Falk. You just might get bust in terms of the excitement, but
Yeah.
not the play. But yeah, Okun Lola's been hurt. That was a guy who I was very excited to see coming into the year. Bailey's
Who's
been
that? The
good.
Oklahoma dude or
Colorado.
Colorado? That's
Yes.
right.
The other
Here we go.
Oklahoma dude was Adepoju Adebawore. Crazy name.
What did you just call me?
Was
he a linebacker?
I don't think so.
No, because they
He's
do have a
6'2".
linebacker. What's his name? Sammy.
I don't know. I haven't studied
Omo Seago. What a freaking name, dude.
What a name. What a name. All right, dude. I gotta hop off and actually
This is
do
perfect because we just kicked off the Oregon game.
All right. Well, huge thank you to everybody for showing the love. Pleasure to see y'all. Thank you for having me on the stream.
Hey, easy breezy, my friend. I love that you got to hang out with us.
Yes. All right. I'm gotta remember to hit remove instead of end stream.
Yeah, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I almost pulled a prank. All right. Love y'all. I'll talk to you later.
All right, later, buddy. Dang, Kirito. Cutthroat, bro. All right, we got a 2nd and 4 here for Oregon. They got a few yards off of the Noah Winnington. Empty backfield for Dante Moore. Ooh, nicely placed. Ball. It's still going to be short of the first, but it's like 3rd and 1. Remember, this is big for Aller. This is big for Dante Moore. That's the matchup we're watching tonight. Everything else is kind of little window dressing, checking up. Oh, is AJ Harris going to have a good game? Oh, Damani or Dennis Sutton, Mateo, Ui Ungalale. We'll see. But we're really looking specifically for Dante Moore, Drew Aller. That's the big matchup. All right, they're going to hand off here, pick up the first down. Remember tonight's stream, we're donating or we're raising money for the American Heart Association. I'll get into a little bit more like when we get a commercial break or whatnot. But let me go ahead and link will be in the pinned comment. I think I'll probably I need to go on X to make sure that it's in the chat. We're going to pin it. There it is. If you want to give, any little counts, man. Any little counts, any little matters. If you're like, I can only do 5, then dude, 5 is awesome. I appreciate it. If you can only do even $1, man, any little, if you got some spare change, your contribution is appreciated. Much obliged. All right, we got a 2nd and 4 here for the Ducks. They're at their own 42. And nice push by the offensive line. It's going to be third and what? 3rd and 1? So we're loving it. Hey, if you are with us on the X, go ahead, hit that heart. If you're with us on the YouTube, hit that thumbs up. It's always much appreciated, much obliged. We had the privilege of Alex from Hail Mary Sports hopping on the stream with us, talking a little draft. We love draft here. 4 seconds left in this Tennessee Mississippi State game. Looks like they're just going to throw one deep. Oh, they're going to be short on 3rd and 1. Oh, Nintendo Mike, thank you for liking the stream. By the way, did you see how Indians lost the spread, or at least lost the sensible people that bet it down to -6.5? Oh, the Illini. Oh, Indiana. Oh, dude, Indiana, bro. I didn't even see the finish of that game. I didn't touch that game because, like, part of me was like, okay, man, there's something about this. I don't trust playing against, like, betting against Iowa. Unless that thing was like -2.5, I didn't think I wanted to touch it. Oh, 4th and inches, and they blow the play dead. Oh, okay, there's a flag. Oh, so Indiana won 20-15. Woof. So 5-yard penalty is probably going to put them in. They're probably going to putt. No, the defense hasn't been FSU like this year. Feels more like a 12 to 25 team than a top 10 team. Are we talking about? Oh, you're talking about LSU, Wyatt. Well, Florida State's defense just allowed, for goodness sake, a ton of yards versus Chandler Morris and company. All right, here comes the punt. And it looks like we're going to OT, Mississippi State, Tennessee. And Penn State's going to get their ball back at the 15. I am about to hit the bathroom real quick because I've been drinking a lot of water. So I will be back. All right, I'm back. Ah! Just hit my headphones on the door. Oh. All right. We're back. We got a 3rd and 5 for Penn State. They're on their own 20. OT for Tennessee, Mississippi State. And Allard dropping back. Whoa, was that batted? That had to be batted because he was trying to chuck it underneath, and it, instead of going over the middle, that sucker went hard right. Was that Mateo? Let's go. Batted ball, Mateo. All right, let's take a gander of what's popping off in the chat. Every quarterback looks good in a Lane Kiffin offense. That's true. Anthony Richardson went top 5 and didn't play good at all. He had some flashes. Oh. All right, so Dante Moore and company are going to get the ball at their own 33. I'll keep Tennessee, Mississippi State posted, and then I'm probably going to turn Georgia, Alabama on the other. Turn that on my phone. Again, we're right now watching the OT. Oh, big run by Tennessee. Touchdown, Tennessee. They open overtime with a tuddy, putting the pressure on Mississippi State. Dante Moore dropping back, going deep. What a beautiful throw. Like, just a beautiful looking ball. Perfect spiral. It goes out of bounds, but I mean, you're trying to thread the needle along the sideline. That's fine. All right. 2nd and 10 here for the Ducks. Quack, quack. And they're going to hand it off. That's Winnington running hard. My gosh. Yeah, I mean, he's built so close to the ground. Golly, dude. All right, we got a 3rd and 4 here for the Ducks. And another handoff here to Winnington, who's going to be about a couple of feet short. 4th and 1. Do you go for it on your own 41? That's up to Dan Lannon. Kentucky's up 7-0, by the way. I mean, South Carolina that was the opening drive, but South Carolina, I mean, they still got aspirations if they could like get a couple of big wins, but you gotta win the games you're supposed to. Kentucky's a game that you're supposed to win. It's at home. All right, they're rushing it out there. Less than 5 seconds left. You got a substitution happening. Oh, and they're going to go for it. Dante Moore's going to run it, and he gets it. Wow. Nice way to follow your blocks. Oh, Mississippi State, they're inside the goal line. Oh, man, what a game. Dude, if you took Mississippi State minus or plus 6.5 or plus 7.5, excuse me, you're feeling great. You've won in your mind. You've won this game. 1st and goal for Tennessee or for Mississippi State. All right, you got Dante Moore under center. He's getting pressured, and he's just going to throw this sucker away. Danny denied Dennis Sunnon. He was coming in hot. Mekhi Hughes has been used in the rotation. Alex from Hail Mary Sports, we were just talking about that early on, that there might be some off the field stuff. Wow, no, Winnington definitely held on pass pro, but it's neither here nor there. All right, here comes 2nd and 10, empty backfield. And he gets it out quick. Oh my gosh. So receiver drops it, bounces it up, bounces off the corner's helmet, I believe, and the receiver goes and gets it. So yeah, bounced off of AJ Harris's face mask, and Moore is able to grab the ball. That is wild. What up, Francisco? How you doing, bruh? Fourth and goal for Mississippi State. 3rd and 2. Moore's dropping back and looks like he's going to tuck it and run in and get it. Slides down at the Penn State 47, maybe? All right, game's decided here. 4th and goal for Mississippi State. They're at the 4. He's looking around. He chucks it in there, and it's incomplete. Tennessee holds on. What a heartbreaker. What a great game. Mississippi State, welcome back. All right, dropping a little screen here to the back. Gets down about the Penn State 41. Yeah, Francisco, my team too is on a bye. All right, we got a handoff to the back here. Good little pickup's going to set up a 3rd and 3. Or excuse me, fourth and 3. 4th and 3. Okay. All right. Oh, more escaping pressure. Oh, what was that spin? He stopped short. He spun so early. Good stop by Penn State. Nasty hit, but golly, that was such a late spin or early spin. I mean, dude, literally short by maybe a foot. I don't mind more tucking the ball and running there, though. But big stop by Penn State, definitely. Eric says that was a good scare, Mississippi State, but Tennessee finds a way to survive. Yeah. Mississippi State, that's a good squad there. A lot of people thought this was going to be because last year, first year head coach, head coach in his first year in Levy, knew you were going to kind of rebuild. They thought it might take longer than 2 seasons, but golly, dude, playing really good. Mm-hmm. Look at y'all talking about developing quarterbacks. Talking about developing quarterbacks. All right. Before we get into scoreboard, let me shout out my draft guide. If you love the draft, then you're going to love this.
We love the NFL draft, and now my draft guide is available for purchase. It comes with over 500 player backgrounds and close to 300 player evals. It updates throughout the whole draft cycle. So when I add a new eval or I change my rankings, you're going to be the first to know. It's going to have all the pro day and combine numbers along with analytics. And it's a Google spreadsheet for right now. So you have to include your email with the purchase, but we will be switching over to a website at the end of the year. And if you get it now, it's going to be cheaper now than it will be later. It's a great way to support the channel. And as always, much appreciated, much obliged.
Yeah. All right. And like I said, we got over 600, either over 500 or 600 player backgrounds. Should have over 300 evals, and I'm currently updating my rankings. Updating the rankings, updating the big board. You could see that in real time. You don't necessarily have to wait in another week or two to see where guys are on my rankings, what my big board looks like. You could look at it, as Luther Vandross would say, here and now. I'm pretty sure that's Luther Vandross, right? I could be wrong about that. All right. Drew Aller. Oh, looks like it was supposed to be a screen. I don't know why you throw that ball. That was not a great decision. You don't have enough people following you out on the screen. You know that they're kind of sitting and waiting. I don't know why you throw that. This is a good play. Was that that wasn't Mateo again? Oh, that's Amari Washington. Oh, look at him with the coverage play. All right, 2nd and 18. Probably should have just thrown that sucker away. And we're going to get a handoff here. That's Singleton, who picks up like 2 yards, maybe 3. It's going to be a 3rd and very, very, very long. Bama's up 7-0 on Georgia, by the way. Open and drive. But Nathan Frazier with a big gain. A lot of people were saying if you like the over, this might be the game to pick the over. Oh my gosh. Was that Damani Jackson? Damani Jackson just laid a nasty hit on Oscar Delp to jar the ball loose, basically. Dude, and he's playing the guy downfield. He sees the pass, and he's like, "Nuh-uh, you're not going to fit that between me and the linebacker." Nice, dude. Damani Jackson's my dude right now. All right, I said we would check out scoreboard. Let's check out the scoreboard. All right, we're going to hit the refresh button. Kennesaw State, they're up 21-10 on Middle Tennessee. Old Dominion's up 14 to about to be 7 on Liberty. Western Michigan's up 31-7 on Rhode Island. Iowa State's up 15-0 on Arizona. Virginia Tech, they're up 10-7 on NC State. That was a game I looked at and I was like, NC State minus 9.5 feels like a lot. And it's looking like to be a lot right now. Got Southern Miss up 14-3 on Jacksonville State. Western Kentucky's up 10-6 on Missouri State. Memphis, they're down 13-10. Florida Atlantic is up. That was a minus 13.5, I think, spread. And I was like, yeah, no, I ain't doing that in the American Conference. Screw that. Alabama's up 7-0 on Georgia. You got Missouri up 14-6 on UMass. Washington State's up 10-3 on Colorado State. That was another one of those spreads that I was like, that looks meaty, but I haven't watched enough Colorado State to have faith in them. San Jose State's up 10-7 on Stanford. Boise's up 14-0 on App State. We got Kentucky tied up at 7 with South Carolina. And Marshall and Louisiana, they just kicked off. It's tied up at 7. All right, Aller chucking that. And that's Singleton, who's just going to be about a yard short on that 3rd and long. So 15-yard pickup on the pass play to Singleton. That's another reason why like you love Singleton in the receiving game. That kind of helps his draft stock quite a bit. Also, he brings you good return potential, especially in today's NFL with the kickoff rule. All right, they're going for it. They hand it to Singleton, who does get the first down. 2-yard pickup there by Singleton. I feel like I haven't seen Katron Allen tonight yet. Singleton HB1? No. No. I don't mean to rain on the parade, but no, not RB1. It's Jeremiah Love and then a very huge tier jump, in my opinion. All right, we're going to get another handoff to Singleton here. Gets to midfield for about a 4-yard pickup. No clue. Oh, that's fair, Brandon. That's fair. Then why would you say that? All right, we're going to get another handoff to Singleton, who is taken down in the backfield. This is another thing, dude. Singleton, I don't love the vision. Not to say the vision was a problem on that play, but you don't see him break enough tackles given his combination of speed and size. That was a good play by, I think that was Mateo. Underrated draft class this year. It's a very good draft class, in my opinion, Brandon. I'm not getting into y'all's little discourse conversation right now. I'm just gonna let that sucker play out. But that's the end of the first quarter. I'm gonna go top off my water and I'll be back. All right, I'm bad. Oh no, I forgot my water bottle. Literally specifically went out there to get my water, to fill up my water. I put it on the kitchen counter and I forget to bring it back in here. Yeah, Georgia. Yeah, not looking great for that Georgia -2.5. I think a lot of my parlays are already dead, though. This has been a rough week for the parlay game. Rough week for the parlay game. How do the Browns give up 41 points to the Ravens, but only 10 points to the Packers? Field position, dude. When the offense gives, or when the offense gives the opposing offense short fields, the defense is going to give up. Like, if you look at that, go watch that Ravens game, dude, the Ravens had such short fields. It's not like the Browns defense didn't play bad versus the Ravens. The offense was just abysmal and put the defense in terrible situations. All right, we're back here for the second quarter. Oh, excuse me. All right, 3rd and 8 here for the Nittany Lions. You got Aller in shotgun, Singleton to his left. And we're down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Aller stepping back. Here comes the pressure. Aller's looking around, dumps it. Nice throw. That was Singleton with the reception, dude. Singleton doing good things as a receiver. Ooh, Singleton had a nasty little spin move to get free from coverage. Thoughts on the game so far? I mean, you've seen both offenses move the ball a little bit, but for the most part, I think it's a well-played game defensively. But now you got Penn State starting to drive here. Not A.J. Dillon. In terms of running styles, I think running styles, you're either getting Jonathan Taylor, who can can burn you, like cut and go, or A.J. Dillon, who is built well, good long field speed, vision not as great. That's kind of what I meant. Obviously, those aren't perfect comps, but Singleton, obviously, he's got a receiving and return upside to him that I would argue that neither of those two really have. All right, Aller dropping back. Pressure's coming, and he chucks this one away. Or I don't know if he was actually trying to complete that, but that set up a 4th and 4. Are we going to go for points, or are we going to try to make a 4th? MSU fan. I'm watching the Georgia Alabama game on my phone, and I'm watching the Penn State Oregon game on my PC as they go for the 49-yard field goal attempt. And that is good. So Penn State, they strike first blood. They go up 3-0. I'm on NBC because I'm on Hulu Live. I'm not watching on Peacock right now. All right. So Oregon's going to get the ball back. We're going to see a bit more of Dante Moore. I want a Dylan Thiemann pick tonight. Oh, that would be nice. No idea why I'm ahead. I couldn't tell you, dude. I'm not familiar. I couldn't tell you why I'm ahead. Dang, Iowa State went up 22-0. Yeah, right now I only got my Georgia Oregon bets live. Yeah, rough week on the betting. Missed that Texas A&M Auburn game by a point. Baylor's defense was trash, so I missed it by what? They end up winning by 15, so I missed it. No, 18, so I missed it by a touchdown. Probably should have just. Well, no, it was minus 20.5. Either do you really? Is it worth betting it down to 17.5? Oh no, you'd have to bet it down to 16.5. If I hit on my last two bets, I won't break even for the day. So it is what it is. Yeah, I was kind of already saying it earlier that this was a tough week. A tough week to bet. Wasn't a lot of games I liked. What do I bet on Georgia? I'm in the camp of bet Georgia. Well, you can see my bet on the board. Georgia minus 2.5. And I was like, hey, bet Georgia until you don't. Bet Georgia until they prove you wrong. They're at home. Also, I know I have Penn State money line down here. I went Oregon money line for my bonus bet just because it paid more. But personally, if I didn't have the bonus, thank you, FanDuel. If you put a gun to my head, it was like, this is a must win for Penn State, in my opinion. So I would go the Penn State route. All right, we're going to get a handoff here. Oh my gosh, big gain by the back. He's almost across midfield. That was was it Dare Hill? 24-yard run down at the Oregon 24. And we're going to get a quick screen here that'll get them across midfield. They're down at about the Penn State 48. So it's going to be like a gain of 3 or 4. Bama fans are calling Ryan Williams trash on Twitter. That doesn't seem right. All right, we got 2nd and 6. 2 backs lined up, and we're going to get a fake handoff. Here comes pressure. Moore gets it out. Oh, that would have been a tough catch, but golly, what a throw to get that in there. That had some nice zip. I mean, dude, that I do not hate the throw there. I think that was a quality throw, just a tough catch by the receiver. Why is this a must win for Penn State? Because they returned all their players from last year for the most part. They brought in Jim Knowles as DC, It's at home. Drew Aller, known for not stepping up in the big moments. There's so much in the way of, can you win the big one, James Franklin? This is a must win for Penn State, in my opinion. Am I saying, oh, they're doomed if they lose this game? No, but in terms of morale and momentum, this feels like a game that Penn State has to win. Because they're traveling to Columbus later in the year. I don't think they win that game. All right, here comes 4th and 2. Moore dropping back, dumps it, finds Malik Benson for the first down. Replicate Moth. I know this is college football, but what is your take on Daniel Jones doing well? Hey, you could ask any football questions in here. All right, Moore, he's looking around. Oh, it looked like he wanted to hit the deep shot, and then last second tries to hit the check down. Just goes a little high. Oh, the ball was tipped. Ball was tipped by Zane Durant. 2nd and 10. Daniel Jones, I think I've always thought he's like probably a back half of the league starter. So if we're talking about him as, I think he's outside the top 20 starters in the league entering the year. But I always thought, yeah, no, he could be a good option as like a bridge starter for an NFL team. I've never been a Daniel Jones truther. He's playing really well though. Maybe he can have like this Geno Smith, or maybe I think it's more akin to Geno Smith late career becomes a good starter. Maybe more like a Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. They have to move locations, fresh start, get in the right system with the right offensive-minded coach. Maybe that's it, but hey, let's see it for a full year. Here comes the pressure. Moore escaping. He's looking. He's going to tuck in and run. He's going to be short. It's going to be like a 4th and 3. Yeah, Moore doesn't have like that make you deathly afraid when it comes to his legs. I'm not saying he's like a statue. He's not. He's quick. I think he maneuvers the pocket really, really well. But when it comes to being able to extend the play and maybe even gain a few chunk yards on the ground, he can do that. All right, Oregon's going to look to tie the ball game up here with the field goal. And, oh, it's wide left. No good. My take on Daniel Jones is he finally has a good O-line and has a good supporting cast, which, yeah, I agree with that. He's definitely in a much better situation. That is 100% correct. Much better situation. I still don't know. I don't believe he can be a top 12 quarterback, which that's the thing. I think if you're looking to compete and be a team that can maybe make a run in the playoffs, you need a top 12 quarterback. There's very few instances of teams having a starter who may be outside of that like top 12 to top 15 making a run in the playoffs. I'm not saying it's impossible, but the times we've seen it, like a Trent Dilfer, a Rex Grossman, those have been like defenses that are top 5 in the league. I don't think Indy has a top 5 defense in the league. I just don't. But I think he's going to be playing well. Oh my gosh, dude. Wyatt, Mike, whatever it is, figure it out. Kill the beef. Golly. I don't know what y'all are discussing or going back and forth on, but golly. All right. If you don't know, now you know. Even more reason to squash whatever beef's in the chat. We're raising money for charity, boys. We're raising money for charity. The American Heart Association. We were raising money all day last week. We're doing it today for the Oregon Penn State game. If you're unfamiliar, I had a buddy who they were planning on having their first child. Unfortunately, prior to the pregnancy, they knew that she was going to have some form of heart disease that was going to cause complications, minimal chance of survival. She ended up being born and fighting for a heck of a long time, 2 to like 3 weeks, despite her chances. And after this, they decided to raise money for charity, raise money for the heart, the American Heart Association. And they've been doing that ever since. It's a great cause. If you want to donate to that cause, the link is the pinned comment in the chat on the YouTube. It's the comment on Twitter right underneath the stream. Any little matters, dude. Any little. If you're like, hey, I can't spend a lot like that, but maybe you got $5, maybe you got $1 you can give. That's awesome. That's great. It's always much appreciated, much obliged. So, hey, if you can, awesome. Obviously, hey, if you're in a situation where it's like, hey, I'm kind of penny pitching, then hey, you got to help yourself before you can help others. But if you can help and you got that giving heart, I appreciate it. I put my money where my mouth is. I gave $530 last week. So hopefully you can too. All right, we got 2nd and 12 here for Penn State. We're going to get a toss out here to Katron Allen, who I love his running style. He might not be like a crazy good athlete, but he knows his strengths. He's got good vision. He can be tough to bring down. I like what he's been doing. I don't think it's enough for me to fall in love with him as a day 2 prospect, but I think I'd be willing to take him early day 3. Dude, Alabama up 14-0 at Georgia. Watch out. Hey, we know how that Alabama game went last year, though. Just saying. All right, here comes the pressure, and Aller's just going to throw this sucker. Almost gets it to his tight end while being sacked. I thought he was just throwing this sucker away. But Thiemann comes up, makes a good play. The ball's a little high, but he's about to get tackled. Honestly, I like that from Aller. I like that. Thiemann coming in, almost getting the sack. Aller almost making the big play. All right, fair catch at the 25. Oregon will start. Dude, did Georgia just score? I'm telling y'all, Georgia, don't sleep on Georgia. That Alabama game, they got up big last year for Georgia to come roaring back. I wonder what Georgia scored on. Because I just looked over and they're kicking the extra point. It ends up being a big pass play to Kobe Young. I liked Kobe Young last year until, things went awry, but it looks like all his legal stuff's been figured out. All right, let's do a quick scuttlebutt as Kennesaw State's up 21-16 on Middle Tennessee. ODU is up 14-7 on Liberty. Western Michigan's up 31-7 on Rhode Island. Arizona, they're on the board going into halftime. They're still down. Iowa State's up 22-7. Virginia Tech's up 13-7 on NC State. Southern Miss, they're up 21-3 on Jacksonville State. Western Kentucky's up 10-9 on Missouri State. Memphis, finally, they're in the lead. They're up 17-16 on Florida Atlantic. Alabama's up 14-7 on Georgia. Missouri's up 21-6 on UMass. Washington State, they're up 13-3 on Colorado State. San Jose State, they're up 13-7 on Stanford. You got Boise, they're up 21-0 on App State. South Carolina is up 14-10 on Kentucky. And then we got a tied ball game, Louisiana, Marshall, 3 apiece. I think we'll keep it here. Colts are so close to being where they could be as a contender. They just need the long-term QB or the short term with Daniel Jones and keep upgrading that defense. Yeah. I think that defense still has a little ways to go. There's not a lot I trust on that defense, but I think they got some good guys going long-term, like Liatu Latu, Nick Cross, I think are good players there for the defense. But I think when we get to, I think Wyatt brought it up, we get to like week 8, week 10. Let's see where Daniel Jones is in this offense is at. Let's see where this defense is at. Can they keep it up for the duration of a year? I don't think so. I think they're closer to a middle of the road defense than they are to one of these elite level defenses. That's kind of where I sit. But we'll see. I like Coach Lou as a DC. Kind of ended up getting a raw end of the deal last couple of years there at Cincinnati. But I think Cincinnati, it was always a talent problem defensively. All right, Dante Moore dropping back, gets it out quick to Moore. It's going to be a 9-yard gain, setting up a 2nd and 1. All right, 2nd and 10. We get the handoff to Winnington, who picks up the first, gets tackled about Oregon's 40-41. All right, we're going to get a fake handoff here. Moore's going to scramble out, and he's going to just throw this away downfield. When do the Panthers not screw over their coaches? Fair. I mean, dude, that defense is in rough shape. The offensive line's in rough shape. No Joe Burrow for basically the rest of this season for the most part. Bengals are, it's rough. It's rough if you're a Bengals fan. Okay, here comes 2nd and 10. We're going to get a handoff. Oh, Penn State was in the backfield to make a play, but unable to make a tackle. Ends up being a decent gain there from Hill. I mean, hey, it could have been easily 3rd and 13. Instead, it's going to be 3rd and 8. So not bad. Not bad. Dude, Alabama's run game has come alive tonight. Is that Jam Miller? This is his first game back, right? Oh, man. Bryant's going to be about a half yard short of the first. So they're at midfield. Do you go for it? 4th and 1? Oh, Mike and Wyatt, I haven't really paid attention about what y'all are discussing. Hopefully it was good football discourse, but I haven't really been looking into that. I figure y'all will settle that, whatever. I'll look at the other comments in the chat. All right, we got a stacked offensive line. Fake the handoff. It looks like they want to go deep over the middle, and they get it. That's DeCorian Moore down to the Penn State 30. I mean, dude, they set up looking like they're about to run the football. You only got one wide receiver out wide. So Penn State, basically, you're just playing man coverage. And honestly, if Moore leads him a little bit more, you're probably going to get a good chunk yardage out of that. probably left a little meat on the bone there. If you're Dante Moore, could have led him a little bit better. Well, I say led him. Yeah, I mean, you threw it behind. All right, 1st and 10. We're going to get the handoff here. And that's Davidson for about a 4 or 5 yard pickup. Bama's already using all their timeouts. Woof. Oh, yeah, I see that. Still got 10 minutes left in the second quarter. All right. 2nd and 4, actually a 6 yard pickup. And you're going to kind of get a running back draw here that goes nowhere, met at the line of scrimmage. Dang, that was good run defense by AJ Harris. I would like to see a little bit more splash plays and coverage from Harris, but I get why people like him as a potential first rounder. All right, 3rd and 4, Moore dropping back, slinging that sucker. And it's a full and incomplete. Oh, yeah, it looks like there was a little confusion between QB and wide receiver. Jason, how are you doing, my friend? All right, we got second chance here for Oregon's field goal kicker. This one is going to be about a 41 yard attempt, and it is good. We got a tied ball game, boys and girls. I'm doing well, says Jason. I was really pleased with how much stronger I had gotten yesterday at the gym. Hey, dude, that's always a big plus. Always a big plus. Unfortunately, I'm at the stage of my life where I don't really care how much I can push in the gym anymore. I'm just trying to look in better shape rather than be stronger. I think my days of pushing legit weight are over. They're done. So unfortunately, and this is a disgusting way to have to train, I'm going for slower and longer reps, and I hate it. I hate my life. No longer am I looking for the explosiveness, big weight, go down and just everything's slow, controlled, and painful, and I hated it. Georgia fumbled at their own 11. Oh my gosh, way to shoot yourself in the foot, Georgia. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, Bama's inside the 10. I thought I just turned away. I saw Bama with the ball, or Georgia with the ball. If only Evan Stewart didn't get injured before the season, Moore might have been in the Heisman conversation. I think Moore still can be in the Heisman conversation. Mr. Mike, Nintendo Master, you could always ask me a draft question. Some would say, yes, if you have a draft question, ask away. I'm the draft guy. Georgia can't lose to Bama again, especially at home. Yeah, I feel that. Big 3rd and 5 for Georgia here. Bama's been 8 of 9 on 3rd downs tonight. Oh my gosh. You got an empty backfield here for Ty Simpson. Batted ball. Good defense there by Dalen. Well, no, that wasn't Dalen Everett. That was Robinson with the deflection. Is it Robinson like a redshirt freshman or a true freshman? I think he's out there playing the slot for the most part for Georgia. So honestly, after a costly turnover, holding him to a field goal is kind of huge. Oh, what happened to Syracuse early? Absolutely embarrassed. Jalen, they're down to their backup quarterback. And Jelly tore his ACL last week, their starting quarterback. So that's what happened. Let's see. Dexy. Yeah, I mean, dude, Dexy, the Heisman race is going to change all year. All year. So Nintendo Mike says, you've done a lot of mock drafts, draft streams, and power rankings. Is there a sweet spot in the draft or draft rankings for players that are really good to be really good in the NFL? Like a sweet spot of where to get like just a quality player? Kind of depends on the position, I would say. I think if you're specifically looking for a corner, I think you probably feel good in the mid to late first round or even early day 2. Ooh, dropping back. Allard dumps it off. And that's the tight end. Good pickup to set up a 3rd and short. Tight end, I feel like you're probably going to find a good guy on day 2 in general. Edge, I think you could probably get a really good edge rusher anywhere on day 1, day 2. But again, all this kind of changes. Wide receiver is going to be interesting knowing how good the class is coming up in 2027. You might just take a shot on a guy on day 2. Indiana beat Iowa today. 3rd and 2. Man in motion. Aller gonna. Oh, it's kind of a read sweep where he could have handed it off to the wide receiver. Aller decides to keep it and picks up the first down. Replicate says, do you think that the Cowboys should draft a running back? Basically Notre Dame or the receiver from it's Arizona State, not Iowa State, Jordan Tyson. I don't think Cowboys are probably going to be in position to get the receiver from Iowa or Arizona State because I think he goes in the top 10. I don't think Cowboys are drafted in the top 10. They could go edge. Yeah. I mean, again, we're so far out. It's kind of hard to say where these guys probably end up or where you expect them to end up, but I don't expect Cowboys to be in position to get Jordan Tyson. Nintendo Mike says, for some reason, I noticed that there's always quality players coming out in between the end of the 3rd, early 4th. Well, yeah, you're going to find guys that can emerge early day 3. But again, that's kind of just based on the flow of the draft, what guys fall. Unless you're the Bills, we always hit on 6-round corners. Dude, yeah. Christian Benford was out of nowhere. Mississippi State, are they back? I think they're a quality team this year. Yeah. Brandon Staley, get him out. Yeah, no, Brandon hasn't put Quincy Riley in once. Brandon Staley, I didn't like that hire as DC for the Saints. Well, Nintendo Mike, you're good. There's a less likelihood you're going to hit on a day 3 player. You have a better chance day 1, day 2. Because we're talking about like typically there's 4 rounds on day 3. A lot of players being drafted. I'll tell you this, the hit rate, it's not great compared to day 1 or day 2. And we're talking in the first round, it's like a 50-50 if the guy hits or not. And he might not even necessarily hit for you, but hit on his second contract with somewhere else. South Carolina is up 21-10. Nice. Oh my gosh, Ridley! Jason, can't you just go to ESPN and take a look? Ole Miss won 24-19 against LSU. Yeah, I mean, dude, you're gonna get the occasional hits on day 3. Don't get me wrong, but you're not usually gonna find a superstar on day 3. And I mean, the likelihood even like to find a superstar, close to nothing. You could still find a high-end starter on day 3, but again, the batting average isn't great. Empty backfield, we got a quick screen. And they get it out to Pena real quick. It's going to set up a 2nd and 5, and we're playing up tempo. Getting everyone to the line. We're going to get a handoff here to Singleton, who is tackled in the backfield. And that's Bear Alexander with the stop in the backfield. You can develop a day 3 guy into a superstar. Not always. More times than not, you're not going to. Like, show me a list of these day 3 superstars. And guaranteed there's going to, I mean, you're going to find 20 to 30 guys who, even more than that, like there's hundreds of guys who don't hit as day 3 prospects. And not even necessarily don't hit, but they're not superstars. They're not high-end players for the position. The likelihood of being able to develop a day 3 guy into a superstar is so low. That's why you want to have a good amount of draft picks so you can really roll the dice on a quality group of guys and hope one of them maybe hits. Like the Dolphins. Granted, in the first round, they go with a defensive interior, but then they take a shot twice in the 5th round on 2 guys that maybe can become not necessarily superstars, but high-end starters at that position. Allard dropping back. Here comes the pressure. He slips. He throws it over the middle. What a throw and catch. Gets it to Ross. I mean, the ball hanged on him a little bit, but he was throwing off his back foot. That's solid. We got a minute 33 left to play, and it looks like Penn State might be calling a timeout. Yep. Oh, wait, there's a flag. So I think it's going to be a false start, not a timeout. Excuse me. What are Caleb Downs' weaknesses? Well, as written in my draft guide, by the way. Weaknesses, I really only have 2. Sometimes he triggers too early and overruns ball carriers in pursuit. And I also wrote can be forced into hesitating and second guessing himself versus play action. Really any well-disguised play using the run. Not a lot of weaknesses. And I wouldn't say he's like this. He's not an elite level athlete, but he's a hell of a good athlete for his size. Allard throwing it a little behind his tight end. It's going to be 2nd and 15. Broshmo, I still don't know how Strong fell to the 6th. I thought at the lowest he was a 5th. So glad my Bills got him. Who the hell is Strong? All right, Allard dropping back. Oh, just throws it out of bounds, but put some zip on the ball. It's going to be 3rd and 15. So 3rd and very long. They're at the Penn State 49. So their own 49, excuse me. Oh, Dorian Strong. There we go. I was like, who the hell is Strong? Dorian Strong. It just clicked to me. And now your comment just popped up, Dexy. Yeah, but it's not like he's a superstar. And I mean, he goes to defense, I think, is perfect for his skill set. All right, Allard dropping back, having to throw off the back foot again, and it leads him to not being accurate. Oh, yeah, I've heard the Florida Atlantic head coach is like mad tall. All right, we're going to get a fair catch. Ball's going to be down at about the 9 or 10 for Oregon, so they're going to have to travel about 90 yards. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I guess they have him down at the 15. Oh, no, it was the 10. I called it right. Stinking Gamecast is stupid. All right, we got a nice little, like, tight bunch out of the gun. Quick pass on the kind of looked like it was 2 stick routes and then 2 corner routes. Very popular concept there. Kind of give you a high-low read. Oh, and they're going up tempo. Dumps it to the running back, Noah Winnington, and he picks up the first. Oh, Georgia offensive lineman. They're already kind of thin on the offensive line. Wide open is more. Easy first down. And they're moving. 37 seconds left to play in the half. Overton's a big guy. I freaking love Overton, dude. That's a my guy. All right, we got 1st and 10 at the Oregon 37. Excuse me, not the Oregon 37, the Penn State 43. Fakes the handoff. Little pressure. There's a flag, probably a holding call. Moore gets it out, but yeah. What's wrong with Nuss? He's currently playing with a core injury, but still the decision-making gets errant with him. Yep, there it is, holding offense. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty. Oh, that's Isaiah World on the hold. So now they're back to their own 27. Golly. Oh, my bad. They didn't even cross midfield. They were at their own 43. I goofed that. All right, Moore dropping back. Oh, that one ends up short. It's going to be 2nd and 20. Overton gives off Matabuke vibes. No, he's not nearly as big as Matabuke. Hey, Georgia touchdown. They're down 3 if they hit this extra point. All right. We're going to get a quick out to Moore to kind of make it maybe a third and manageable, but it's still third and very long. How much y'all want to bet Giants will get pot roasted by 40 tomorrow? Oh, dude, I don't know about that. To win a game by 40 is very difficult in the NFL. To win a game by 30, dude, to win a game by 20 or more is very tough in the NFL. All right, so both of these offenses have had their struggles tonight. Right now, 3rd and 13 from Oregon's own 34. Yeah, a lot of people anticipate the Saints to get wrecked. I mean, they're coming off a game where they were out of it really early against the Seahawks. Still, I mean, to cover Bills to cover 15 and a half, that's a lot. That's a lot. I wouldn't make that bet. I wouldn't make it the other way either. Saints cover. No, I just won't touch that. That's just a large spread. All right. Moore dropping back. Here comes pressure. He dumps it off. And pushed out of bounds, but I think they're going to say he was still in bounds. Or no, okay. That's the half. All right. So tied up at 3 first half. Hopefully you took the under. Might be more points in the second half. Kentucky stinks. Are they getting boom roasted right now? All right, we will do scoreboard in a sec. I'm gonna go hit the bathroom real quick. Maryland has 4 edge rushers balling. They're all freshmen. Sure, if they're all freshmen, then I'll catch you in the 2028 class because I'm not watching you until then. All right, I'll be back. Going to do a bathroom break. Again, if you don't know, we're raising money for charity. The American Heart Association link is in the description. It's also the pinned comment. If you want to get a shirt to show that you gave, you can buy a shirt. That link is in the description. right, I'm back, Goj. I'm back, people. Right now, I got some spicy ramen cooking up because my wife is at her folks enjoying dinner with the kiddos. All right, we got a scoreboard. Old Dominion up 21-7 on Liberty. Western Michigan up 44-14 on Rhode Island. Iowa State's up 29-7 on Arizona. NC State gets their first lead of the night. They're up 14-13 on Virginia Tech. Southern Miss, they're up 28-3 on Jacksonville State. Missouri State, they have the lead. They're up 16-9 on Western Kentucky. Memphis, they go up 24-16 on Florida Atlantic. Obviously, we got a tied up ball game, 3-3, Oregon, Penn State. Alabama, they're up 17-14 on Georgia. They're getting close to half. Mizzou, they're up 21-6 on UMass at half. Washington State, they're up 20-3 on Colorado State at half. San Jose State's up 20-14 on Stanford at halftime. Boise's up 24-7 on App State. Oh, look at that. 2 interceptions for the, I'm pretty sure it's a young boy at quarterback for Kentucky. Yeah, true freshman. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of growing pains for Kentucky this year. I mean, we already kind of thought that they were the basement of the SEC. But South Carolina's up 28-10 on Kentucky. Louisiana's up, looks like they're probably going up 17-10 maybe on Marshall. UTEP and Louisiana Tech just kicked off 0-0. Couple notable games to mention today. Ohio State beats Washington 24-6. Ole Miss beats LSU 24-19. Texas A&M wins 16-10 on Auburn. Indiana, they get by Iowa 20-15. Tennessee gets by Mississippi State 41-34 in OT. Another OT game, Georgia Tech wins 30-29 against Wake. Vandy still undefeated. They win 55-35 against Utah State. Illinois, big win. Basically, go ahead or walk-off field goal, 34-32 against USC. Notre Dame routs poor Arkansas, 56-13. I will be compiling a top 25 this weekend. That'll probably be out Tuesday. Lenore Sellers not having to do a lot with his arm. They're just running the ball really well. Faison, 2 touchdowns. I'm kind of curious. They got a defensive touchdown. They have 2 defensive touchdowns. Let's look at the play-by-play. So you had a strip sack, go for a touchdown, and then you had a 45-yard return. Did Kilgore change his... Did he change his first name? Let's go to... Oh, no, let's go to box score. Or are there 2 Oh, no, there's two Kilgores on the team. I don't know if they're related. Alabama driving, trying to score before half. Do you think if Memphis goes undefeated? Yeah, no, if they go undefeated, they're going to be the group of 5 team. Because that means that they probably beat South Florida. I think they have South Florida left on their schedule too. Yeah. Memphis gets South Florida, but they get them at home. Memphis also gets to play Tulane at home. So, yeah. And if they win the American, yeah, they're in. I mean, who else is like what? UNLV if they go undefeated and win the Mountain West? But I don't think UNLV has a win like Arkansas on their schedule. I mean, they beat California. That's their Power 4 win. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think even if UNLV goes undefeated, if UNLV goes undefeated, I think you would need a Memphis loss. All right. I think the ramen's ready. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Oh, Bama scored a touchdown. Oh, no. Ramen, baby. Oh, yeah, this smells good. It's spicy, though. I had this last night, and I was like, golly. Jaden Proctor, Tutty? What the heck? How'd that happen? Yeah, I noticed MLB has got a close playoff race for the wild card. Here, let's take a look here. Play by play. Show me the scoring plays. I don't see a Caden Proctor touchdown. Was it a Caden Proctor big gain? 11-yard run from Caden Proctor. That's nuts. That's insane. Oh. He touched the he got out of bounds right before. Rough break. But going up by 2 scores, kind of big for Bama at half. Oh. Normally I'm good with spicy. Like I like flavorful spicy, not just hot just for the sake of it. Like if you don't have if you're spicy with no good taste, then why bother? But this has got actually really good taste and it's got a nice kick. Oh. Good kick. Announcer said Proctor hit a 9-week weight loss goal by the training staff right before it. Nice. Is Katron Allen booty cheeks? No. Not saying he's like a day 1, day 2 player, but I think he's good for what he's worth. I think he's got good vision and he's tough to bring down. That's nice. Ty Simpson, is he a legit prospect? I'm going to go watch the Alabama game. Or the Alabama-Georgia game. He's been really good. I talked earlier with Alex about him. And I just kind of wanted to see a big game outside the Florida State game. Because you're not going to learn much from Wisconsin or, golly, who was the team that they blasted? Some Direction team. Direction State. Florida State beating Miami and winning out. We'll see, man. It's going to be one of our watch-along games next week. All right. Let's actually take a look at next week's slate of games and see what might be our watch-along games next week. Honestly, Alabama Vandy kind of becomes a watch. We know Florida State, Miami. So those are probably our 2 watch-alongs. If Alabama could steal the deal, that's kind of a big game. But we're definitely doing Florida State, Miami. That'll be the late game. Let's see if Alabama holds on for victory. I don't know if we watched a Vandy game at all last year, like for the stream. Would you take Dante Moore or Drew Aller for the Dolphins? Drew Aller. I'm not out on Drew Aller. I get it. He checks a lot of boxes, but dude, he's had some nice throws tonight under pressure or being hit, but I want to see him step up more in the big game than what we've seen thus far. We're going to get no return from Penn State. They're going to start with the ball at their own 25. What do I think about Georgia Moneyline Live? I mean, if you're not putting a lot on it, maybe. I'm sure the odds are really good for it. All right, Aller coming out of shotgun. And it's going to be a swing pass to Allen. Katron getting out across the 30 down to about the 31. It's going to be 2nd and 4, I believe. That's right. If you're on the YouTube, hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up for me, please. If you're on the X, I think you just have to hit the heart. Tell me that you love it. Complete this heart for me. Come on. All right. Here comes 2nd and 4. And they're going to hand it off to Pena, who's going to be about a yard short. Dante Moore has to show me a lot too. Penn State's defense done a good job about not letting Moore hit him with the big play. Jason, that's just a silly request. I'm never shaving my beard for the. Why would I bet on the Dolphins? I'm one of the most down people on the Dolphins among the Dolphins community. They think I'm just like Mr. Doom and gloom and pessimistic. I just deal with the reality. Why would I ever bet my beard on the Dolphins? You're crazy. All right, we got a 1st and 10 here. Looks like we might be getting a review for the first down. All right, they're checking. Yeah, the play is under review. Oh, dude. The Dolphins secondary is terrible. The offensive line's bad. Tua has been playing particularly well. The team lacks a lot of depth. It's what happens when you trade for stars, pay for stars, and then you have no draft picks to fill out that depth and develop. Like, I think our drafts in 2022 and 2023 were washes. I'd have to go back and look. Delicious. Aller, nice dart. Gets it to his tight end for a first. All right, coming out of the pistol, I believe that's Singleton in the backfield. No, that's K-Tron, and they hand it off. Nice little game for K-Tron. Yeah, Mike, you could always ask a draft question. Going in up tempo, empty backfield. Allard dropping back, and he's going to run it. Gets the first down with his feet. They're inside the Oregon 30, I believe. Yeah, even when the Dolphins do hit, they don't pay them. We've paid guys like, oh, I think I did this in the video. Like when we hit on guys in day one or day two, it's the guys we pay are like Xavier Howard, Jerome Baker, Waddle, Austin Jackson, and Tua. All right, we're gonna get fake the handoff. Aller rolling out. He's gonna try to run with it, and he just gets tackled for a 2-yard loss. Got it. I'm gonna go put this away real quick. Oh, Singleton. Oh. What is that thing, dude? Singleton. Oh, wait. Turnover? Okay, they're saying Singleton was down. Singleton got caught on the ankle. Yep. No, the ground forced the ball loose. It's fine. Dolphins should draft Mateer Sellers if they come out. Everyone, including me, overreacted to Ty Thompson's first game and can see a day 2, late day 3, early round 3 for him. You mean Ty Simpson? Eric? And here's another guy for Oregon, Tuioti. Kind of like a off-ball / edge rusher. He played that read option perfect. And nice punt's going to go into the end zone. But good job by Oregon to be able to stop that drive because they were moving. Eric, the Alabama quarterback's Ty Simpson, not Ty Thompson. Yeah, like if you look at the Dolphins, we could do their Dolphins draft history year by year. Any thoughts on Arizona's defense, the Wildcats? I haven't watched enough of U of A. I hear, what's his name? Is it Trey Smith? I hear he's pretty solid for U of A. But yeah, okay, let's go to because it's not fair to look at recent drafts and see how those guys may turn out. But like 2023, we trade away our first round pick. What? We get Cam Smith, Devon A-Chain. Smith, we're not seeing at all. A-Chain's the best thing about that, but it's a running back. The value's limited. 6th round, Elijah Higgins, who's now playing tight end for the Cardinals, and then Ryan Hayes, which 7th round pick, whatever. And then the year before, because we traded for Tyreek Hill. None of these guys, I think, are still on the roster. And Shannon Tyndall, Eric Azukama, Cameron Good, and then Skylar Thompson. Just woof. Oh, I thought that was the Tulane quarterback. No, Ty Simpson is Bama's quarterback. Tulane's quarterback currently is Jeff Retzloff. Any thoughts on Virginia's offense? The Cavs balled last night. Yeah. I want to go back and watch their running back. I think it's like Jamari Taylor. I know he's an older prospect, though. So kind of a grown man playing against kids. I think he might be like 24, maybe 25, but I think he's closer, probably 24. But golly, man, he's got good speed, good acceleration, contact balance is great. Anyone here know what's wrong with Georgia? It's their defense. That's what's wrong with their Georgia. We saw it against Tennessee, and it's been likewise against Alabama thus far. Oh, Jordan Tyson's easy wide receiver one. Yeah, he could be a wide receiver one in the NFL. Did you watch that guy play last night? Are you kidding me? Dude, he's a top 10 prospect to me. All right, empty backfield for more, and it's a quick screen play. Gets out to about the 27. Kelsey got into an argument during that Super Bowl against the Niners. That's just their relationship. They're fine. What's wrong with Kelsey? He's old. He's about to retire. All right, 2nd and 3. Run back lined up to the right of Dante Moore, and looks like movement. We're going to get a flag, false start. What contest? Because it was supposed to. Jason, no. Kelsey and Reed did the same thing in the Super Bowl. That's what I was saying. It's a part of their relationship. Kelsey's a hot player. And during the game, he's going to get hot a little bit. Andy Reid understands that. They go back and forth, but they're fine. They literally did this in the Super Bowl. I know that they did it in the Giants game, but I'm saying it's not something we haven't seen before. It's fine. It's a big nothing burger. People shouldn't make it a big deal because it literally probably means close to nothing. No, Philip, if you looked at those rankings earlier in the week, those movements were made either Tuesday or Wednesday. But yeah, Nuss might drop a little bit more. I didn't do those live. Like when I'm watching the game, I'm talking to the chat. All right, here comes Moore on 3rd and 3. He's getting rushed out of the pocket. Throws it downfield, finds a man. That's Kenyon Sadiq with the first down. Big catch and run. How do you think my Ravens stack up against the Chiefs tomorrow? Wish the defense was playing a little bit better, but let's not pretend like the Chiefs offense has been playing well. And you could say that for the last few years. The common joke with the Chiefs is, okay, yeah, whatever. They don't care about oh, sorry. Oh, denied Dennis Sutton is on one knee. Maybe it's just a cramp. I forgot what I was even talking about for a second. Oh, yeah. Yeah, with the Chiefs, we always talk about they don't really care about the regular season until it's the playoffs. I think it might end up being a shootout tomorrow. If the Chiefs win, it's strictly probably based on their defense and Mahomes making a few big plays here and there to score enough. So, like, I think at least during the season, the Ravens might have the edge. But then again, the Chiefs are kind of back against the wall. They're 1-2, so. I've not heard of Cam Rice. Broshmo, NXT versus TNA, old school Survivor Series elimination match plus Hardys versus Dark State. Let's go. Cool. I'm going to watch that probably a little bit later tonight. So no spoilers, please. Hoover from TCU is really good. Is he coming out next year? No, he's probably coming out this year. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have eligibility, right? Where are you at? Okay, no, he's a redshirt junior. So yeah, he could probably stick around. He probably should stick around another year. I know he got a little bit bigger, but he doesn't. I'm not going to pretend like he checks boxes from a tools perspective. I think he's a quality quarterback, though. Could you imagine another Henry fumble in the fourth? Ravens, that would be wild, Dexy. Broshmo, do you watch the MAGA casuals? I don't know what that is. MAGA casuals. Jeremy Bernard is sneaky him. Yeah, I think he's got high wide receiver 2 upside. I don't know if he's a 1 in the NFL, but like, to be fair, his ceiling like could be like JSN, and look at what we've seen from JSN this year and last year. Oh, Ava just announced it. Cool. No, Hoover's nothing like Herbert or T-Law. Those guys were nothing. Were like just those guys had unbelievable arm talent. That's not Hoover. Levitt could be a top 10 quarterback next year. I do think he needs more time. Kyle Trask was, I mean, I guess as a statue in the pocket, sure, but Hoover doesn't take, well, until yesterday, he doesn't take sacks like Kyle Trask, and Kyle Trask is huge. It's a big difference. I could see Bernard being like a Bateman. I actually like that. I like that. Bateman, Godwin, I could see those. All right. Dude, Oregon has outgained the hell out of Penn State. This is what I mean, dude. Penn State's offense isn't doing much. All right, 2nd and 7. We're going to get a handoff here. I believe that's Hill who picks up an easy first down. He's at the 30 down to around the 20, 23 technically. 24-yard pickup by Hill. All right, here comes 1st and 10. We're going to get another handoff here. Hill, good gain inside the 20, about down at the 18. It's going to set up a 2nd and 5. Well, I don't think Aller has another year, Eric. Dante Moore could come out, but he's also a redshirt sophomore. And getting all, like, and think about it. His quarterback coach at Oregon, I think his name's Will Stein. The guy who has developed dudes like Bo Nix, Dylan Gabriel, had turned them into day 1, day 2 prospects. Might be a guy you want to hang around with for another year. And we're going to get a toss. And that's Davidson. All right. Right now, Oregon is 3rd of 11 on 3rd down conversions. It's 3rd and 3, empty backfield. And quick slant. They get it easy. Is that Kenyon Sadiq again? Yep, Sadiq. Sadiq making a couple of big third down or first downs on this drive. I think both were actually third down conversions. All right, here comes first and goal from the Penn State 9. And we're going to get a handoff to Winnington. Oh, did he fumble? And that's Zakee Wheatley. I was just talking earlier where this guy, nonstop motor, so aware of what's going on in the field. He picked up so many fumbles that got called back last year. Jason, none on my radar. Yep. Dude, where's the kazoo? Wow. Do you spend a lot of your days watching film, planning? Well, I already have my planned out videos. I know what I'm working on and need to get done for the week and next couple of weeks too. I don't watch highlights. I mean, I guess I watch NFL highlights because I do a lot of my all 22 watching on Sunday. So I only have the NFL games playing on the background on another screen. So, but I don't, you can try to evaluate from highlights, but that doesn't work for every position, unfortunately. Not even the broadcast. You can't really get, you kind of need the all 22 for corner or for secondary players, wide receivers. Getting a different shot when it comes to the trenches is so nice. Why are you surprised I'm not doing Alabama, Georgia? Alabama's got a loss. This is literally number 3 versus number 6. Why would I do number 5 versus number 17 over that? And I mean, I'm watching the game. I have it right here on my phone. It's not like I'm not watching the game. Also consider Evan Stewart will be back. I think he'll probably get if he doesn't have enough eligibility, he'll probably get a waiver, medical waiver. So yeah, he doesn't have a redshirt year yet. So yeah, you easily use your redshirt year this year and come back. Makes sense for Evan Stewart. Would you rather have a corner who is really tall and technically sound but average speed, or a really fast corner who has great ball skills but only 5'10" and short arms? I mean, it kind of depends. Because mentality is kind of a big thing. Oh, they're calling him down. Okay, Noah Winston's down. No turnover. Look at that. A Zakee Wheatley fumble recovery reversed again. I got to text Alex, dude. I just got to text Alex. I don't really know a lot of advanced football terminology. Is all 20? Are you asking what's all 22? All 22 is just film where you can see all 22 players on the field. All right, empty backfield, second and goal. Gets it out quick screen. Oh, and that's a touchdown. Nice little bubble screen to the running back. And just like that, there's the lead. Dude, I don't have a lot of comps this early on. Don't ask me for comps. I have a special process for comps because I like to look a lot at metrics, size, speed, explosiveness, weight. Who are the players that they are similar to in those regards, and then try to look for players in that bucket that have similar styles of play. Oh, yes, I pay money for all 22. If you're Lincoln Riley and Florida offers you a crap load of money, do you take the job? There's probably a good chance he might. But nah, I don't know, man. He might like he might like where he's at with USC. Did I play football? Yeah, but not at a high level. You have so much knowledge and love for, I've loved football all my life. You don't have to play football to love football. I would say, yeah, I mean, I've spent a lot, dude. I mean, we the channel's been around for what, 5 or 6 years. So, yeah, I've just been trying to get better at my craft. It's a learning process year after year, man. Yeah, Florida might also not try to go the route of one of these highly regarded group of 5 head coaches, because that's kind of what Billy Napier was. Do you go back to that? Maybe not. Oh. We got to see Duke and Michigan State in a home and home. Maybe. Florida gets the Gus bus. Oh, dude, I don't know about that one, man. Okay, now this is where Drew Aller, can you respond? Step up in the big moments. This offense for Penn State's done nothing tonight. Jason, dude, it's just years of practice, commitment to my craft. I've gone through a lot of, I've done a lot of reading. I've done a lot of modules. I've watched a lot of tape and learned a lot of different things. Kind of same goes for a lot of these guys in the industry. Like Marcus from that franchise guy, he does a great job. Alex Hillmere Sports does a great job. Oh, Aller, a little high, but should have been caught on kind of the RPO. Gus and Dan Mullen are kind of the same person, though. I mean, Florida doesn't want to go back down that track, though. Singleton, tackle on the outside is going to be maybe a yard pickup, if that. It's going to be 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10. Do you think you would make a great NFL scout? I don't know. I'm just a guy with an opinion. I have plenty of hits, plenty of misses. I wouldn't want a scouting job anyway. I've kind of carved out a niche here where I don't have to go on the road. I could work from home. I could spend a lot of time with my family. I get to make my content. Oh my gosh, Aller back foot almost throws a pick. This is what I mean with Aller, man. He's so freaking frustrating. Oh yeah, Drew Shelton got cooked by Uwe Ungalale. Would you rather 1 year Dan Mullen or the Gus Bus than 4 years of Billy Napier? I don't know. Napier's not a bad coach. The SEC is tough to be competitive in. But yeah, it's kind of a rough go at it right now. I mean, where do you go from here if you're Florida? Like, do you maybe bring in a guy like Fran Brown from Syracuse who was able to really turn that team around in short succession and make them stupid competitive? All right. Oh no, big gain by Hill, picks up a first down at about the 36. I don't know. I don't want to go back. We saw what that did for Auburn. Do you really want to go through that? Another big run, man. They're ripping off chunks of yards. This one, I think, goes for 9. Might be short of the first. Oh, Wyatt. See, that's what I'm saying. I think they might go with a group of 5 coach. And I like that we're both in the ACC. Fran Brown, Brent Key I like that call. I don't know if he leaves Georgia Tech, man. I mean, money talks, but golly, dude. Brent Key is just nasty. If you're looking for a guy to develop quarterbacks, Will Stein could be that guy. All right, here comes 1st and 10. It's a screen to Sadiq, and he kind of tripped up. Dabo, no. I think Dabo's not leaving Clemson. Because they'd have to buy out his contract instead of using that money on. Because seemingly if you're Dabo, just embrace the transfer portal at this point. And you're going to kind of hope that he does. So you're going to want to use that for your NIL. So they're not getting, Dabo's not leaving. Moore's dropping back. And he's going to run with it. Pick up about 5 to 6 yards. Or no, they're going to mark him a couple of yards back because of the slide. So 3rd and 4. And we're going to the 4th quarter. This game has flown by. These teams are just draining the clock. Joey Freshwater. That's freaking hilarious. All right, let's do a scoreboard while we got some time. Let's scroll up, hit the refresh, though. It looks like it should be good. Iowa State laying the whooping on Arizona 36-14. NC State's up 21-20 on Virginia Tech. Southern Miss, they're en route to victory against Jacksonville State. Hey, Western Kentucky, they're back up 27-16. Memphis, man, they just can't get away from Florida Atlantic. It's 38-26 right now. Alabama, Georgia, they're about to score. Actually, they just scored. So it's going to be a 3-point ball game. So it's Alabama 24, Georgia 21. Missouri is up 35-6 against UMass. I keep saying it every week. Armand Hardy is someone we're going to be watching for next year. I really like him at running back. Washington State's up 20-3 on Colorado State. San Jose State's up 20-14 on Stanford. Boise's up 33-14. Looks like it might be 34-14, actually. South Carolina is still up 28-10 on Kentucky. Marshall's up 31-17 on Louisiana. Louisiana Tech, they're up 7-0 on UTEP. All right, touchdowns upheld, right? No, they're saying what? They're making it 2nd and goal? Didn't he just run right through? Like, I don't know what's up with the Alabama Georgia game. They blow the play dead or what? I don't know. Is there like a penalty or what? Where did they call him down? Why did they call him down? I don't know. And there it is. Touchdown, Georgia. It's official. Golly. Nasty run by McCray. What are the weaknesses of Proctor? At times, lazy footwork. There's some worry about leaving him on an island. I worry about pass protection, moving him into guard just with quarterback. Like, it kind of depends on the height of your quarterback. I don't like taller guards. But that's just because quarterbacks have gone smaller over the years. Wyatt, I've been on Armand since last year. Same, dude. Was it Louisiana Monroe, right? Because I went to go add him to this year's draft guide, found out he wasn't eligible. True freshman for Louisiana Monroe last year. All right, 3rd and 4 for the Ducks. And empty backfield. He's running around looking, and nice pass to Moore. What a throw. Do I wish there was a little more zip on it? Sure, but he made that throw on the run. I mean, that was well thrown. I like that. And we're going to get a handoff here. That's Limar with a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. Could we see Missouri win the SEC one year? Yeah. The SEC, I think, year in, year out, that I think I think the margin becomes closer and closer. No, UCLA can't get demoted. All right, we're going to get another handoff. This one. Ooh, nice tackle in the backfield. Man, if they could hold them to, dude, even this game going to 2 scores is dangerous for how inefficient, just inefficient that this stinking Penn State offense has been. All right, here comes 3rd and 10. Moore dropping back. Oh, and he escapes pressure and he gets the first down. Oh, I thought he almost fumbled it, but they're calling him a yard short. Oh, yeah, no, he slid. The ball came out. Oh, I don't even think it came out. I thought he lost it before that. I think they're going for it here on 4th and 1. Tonight, they've been 3 or 4 on 4th downs. Oh, that's a long 4th and 1. And we're going to get a timeout, Oregon. That is a long 4th and 1. That's closer to 4th and 2 than it is 4th and 1. I'll just say that. Oh, shoot. Penn State offense very disappointed. Yep. No, I don't watch a ton of basketball. I watch college basketball, but once they get to like the conference tourneys, watching too much football, man. Drew Aller and James Franklin are the same person. Kind of feels that way, right? You can't even put this on the defense. Like Jim Knowles' defense has been great for Penn State. It was great at Ohio State. Offensively, they can't do freaking nothing. This is why we need non-conference Power 4 matchups year in, year out. Dude, I don't agree. I mean, I think the Power 4 could schedule whoever the hell they want because it's going to be a bloodbath. A bloodbath when you get to conference play. Vikings versus Steelers at 8 a.m. is crazy. It's going to be much earlier for me on the West Coast. Yeah, Jason, I don't really agree with that. South Florida whipping Virginia Tech by 40. I don't know about that one. In Oregon State, apparently they're good. Well, at least they're good enough at home. I think Nico going to South Carolina has a nice ring to it. All right, here comes 4th and 1. They're going to keep the offense on the field. All right, you got a big tight formation, and they're going to go with the handoff. Not only a first down, but a touchdown. Golly. Shoot, I may hit on that Oregon money line bet. It's really looking like I might. I should have just put Oregon money line. Because I knew the minute I looked, I was like, okay, I get the bonus from FanDuel to bet this game. Because I was like, I don't want to take points in this game. I want to take money line. If I'm going to take money line, I'm going to take the bigger odds, and that's Oregon. They're going to have Oregon as the underdog. I think they're the better team, even though I think Penn State is like must win. Nico to Illinois. Does Illinois even shelve out money like that? Because they'd have to pay for Nico. I was trying to compete the Malachi Nelson arc. Is Nico the spend a year at Boise and then go to UTEP? Yeah, Oregon. Oregon was a championship contender entering the game. What do you mean? Is Oregon a championship contender? How's that a question? Okay, well, yeah, Mike, if y'all can spend the money, then go get Nico. No, I think Kentucky are content with the freshmen they got there. They could bring in competition, but they're not going to pay a lot of money for competition. Missouri doesn't Prabula. Well, they like Sam Horn. He just got hurt to start the year. Doesn't Prabula maybe have another year of eligibility? Yeah, he's a redshirt junior, so Prabula is probably back next year. All right, Aller drop in, gets that over the middle to his tight end Reynolds. It's going to be, they're going to give him the first. Nope, second and 1. Georgia's got a 4th down stop. Let's go. What does Katron Allen do well? He has great vision and he's tough to bring down. That's basically who he is. All right, receiver in motion. Second one, you're going to get a handoff here. And look at that. Katron Allen, tough to bring down. He's still up. Fat man still up. He's out across the 50. What does he do well? That. You want to talk about who's the offense for Penn State? It's Katron Allen. Oh, what happened to Penn State's offense from last year? I don't know. All right, they get to Pena, who gets a first down. Why did you call him fat? That's his nickname, Fat Man Allen. Literally, that's his nickname. His mom dubbed him Fat Man as a baby, I think. Here, let me read the background. He goes by Fat Man. Oh, I don't have the background for that. I'd have to Google it. But I do have the nickname in there. Why is Katron? Fake the handoff. Aller going deep. He's got a man. Touchdown. Now that was a pretty pass. About freaking time, Drew Aller. Devontae Ross, 35-yard touchdown. Katron Allen is called Fat Man because his mother gave him the nickname as a baby because he was chubby. As simple as that. He liked the nickname and he kept it. All right, now defense got to come up with a big stop. Penn State needs another Parker Washington. That's what Trebnor Pena is. He's essentially the Parker Washington of this offense. Oh, Nick, how's it been, bro? Any take on Gunnar Stockton? I mean, I haven't really delved into a lot of the film. I think he's your typical Georgia quarterback that's good college quarterback, okay arm, just kind of he's a winner, good locker room guy. Deny Dennis Sutton? No, I don't see Kyle Van Noy in him. Yeah, let me think. What, I mean, we're talking about a power rusher. I don't know, man. I'd have to go around and look. Good. How is Aller stock looking? It's about the same to me. It's about the same to me. Caleb Down. Do I see Derwin James and Caleb Downs? I mean, I could see where you make that connection. I think Eric Berry is a better comp. I really love the Eric Berry comp. All right, I'm gonna hit the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right. Steelers fans were about to rejoice in the 20th pick with Aller. Don't know if you're. I am oh no, Joe, no! I was gonna watch No Mercy after this. Spoiler, no! I hope that means Oba's going to the main roster. Freaking love Oba Femi. I know. There's a little love, Gojo. You're good, Joel. You're good. Ricky Saints, though. There we go. Gets his run before he gets to go to Maine. Where did Jamal Charles go to college at? Texas. All right, here comes Dante Moore. Oh my gosh, his receiver got taken out. The running back coming out in the flat. Oh, slide tackle by Dante Moore there. Oh, go Joe. What's up, buddy? You're lonely. Whereas Alvin Kamara been? Well, he's been on the squad. I think he's had 20 touches or more every game this year. Joel going to find a corner to cry in. No, you're good, Joel. You're good. Oh, golly. I mean, I'm still watching that. I mean, I'm sure that Oba Ricky Saints match is fire. Golly, what a hit. It's going to be a 3rd and 3, but golly, that was a nasty hit by I don't know if that was Penn State linebacker or not. Hoover's like Stafford. Okay. All right, empty backfield for Moore. He gets a quick out. Nice. 1st down. I hope Georgia comes back to win, because that would cover my bets. All right, 1st and 10. They're at their own 35-36. Fake the handoff, and it's kind of a quick stick route. Gets it to Bryant for about 4 or 5 yards. What QB do you think throws the best deep ball in the country? Sellers, when he's on, has a pretty deep ball. Oh, wow. Bryant actually made a really good grab. That could have been an interception. Empty backfield for Dante Moore. Dropping back and just kind of throws this one to the ground. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Gunnar Stockton has a pretty solid deep ball. Like, he has to throw with touch. He can't drive the ball downfield consistently. Flag? What's my favorite D-line in college right now? Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. Oh, wow. Harkey with a nice move there. Oh, yeah. Sutton got away with it. Hit him in the face. So we got 3rd and 21 now. I think Sellers is closer to like Jalen Hurts than, I don't know why you would throw Bridgewater up there. All right, they're just going to do a quick screen, see what they can get, and punt this ball away. I don't get the Anthony, like, dude, Sellers is way more put together as a passer than Anthony Richardson ever was. Oh, yeah, we're talking top D-line. I like Texas Tech a lot right now. That D-line's fabulous. Between Heights and Bailey, you got Hunter and who's the former Northern Illinois DT? It's like Skylar Gill Howard or something. Virginia Tech won. Glad I stayed away. Dude, NC State -9.5. I looked at that. I was like, that feels too much. Oh, he kicked this directly out of bounds. This is going to be good field position for the Nittany Lions. Oh, you got the quarters wrong, Brandon? Yeah. I don't think Sellers doesn't nearly as much struggle with Wyatt. Sellers doesn't struggle nearly as much with decision making. I think when it comes to taking sacks, he kind of does. But when it comes to throwing, I don't think he struggles with decision making like Anthony Richardson did. He's far more accurate. Like, watch him on the short or on the intermediate parts of the field, even the middle of the field. His accuracy has improved since then, since last year. He's way more put together as a passer. To me, when people say, oh, Anthony Richardson for like sellers, I don't see it. I see Jalen Hurts way more than Anthony Richardson. All right, so Penn State's going to get the ball at their own 33. Chauncey Bowens is a dog. Yeah, dude. Georgia needs a running back to step up. How did the Missouri game leave a bad taste in your mouth? He was so good in that game. Colorado on the board, 7-0 on BYU. Jamal Adams becoming a linebacker. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, he's been often hurt. I don't get why, like, womp, womp, womp. I don't get that part. Womp, womp, womp. It's unfortunate. I don't get that. Oh, Vandy before he got hurt. Okay, yeah. That's fair, Wyatt. That's fair. Okay, Vandy. That makes more sense. I was like, he was really good in that Missouri game. All right, let's do a Scudderbird. I'm going to hit the refresh because we're about to get back to the action here. Iowa State, they're up 36-14 on Arizona. They're going to win that game. Western Kentucky, they're up 27-22 on Missouri State. There we go. Now Memphis is really pouring on the points against Florida Atlantic. Got a fourth quarter left. And Georgia is right there. About to score. Missouri, they're up 42-6 on UMass. Washington State's up 20-3 on Colorado State. San Jose State, they're up 26-21 on Stanford. Boise's up 40-14 on App. South Carolina, they're up 28-13 on Kentucky. Marshall, they're up 34-20 on Louisiana. Louisiana Tech's up 7-0 on UTEP. And then, of course, Colorado, they're up. Oh, Salter's back in as the starter? Okay. They're up 7-0 on BYU. All right, we got 3rd and long here for Penn State. No, I don't think UConn can make the college football playoff in a few years. Maybe if they decide to join a conference. Yeah, it's Tui OT is currently down on the field. 3rd and 9 for Penn State. They're going to a commercial break to get OT taken care of, or TOT. Here, I have them in my draft guide. Let me just look up this pronunciation. Tatum Tuioti. It's actually pretty simple. Oh my gosh, there's so much smoke in the Georgia Stadium right now. Golly. Diego Pavi equals top 5 quarterback prospect? No, I'm not there. I think he's a fun day 3 pick. All right, Georgia's 3rd and 3. Gunnar Stockton's going to hold on to the football, and he's going to be close to a first down. Also, if you don't know now, you know, raising money for charity tonight. It is going to be for the American Heart Association. If you got a little bit you can give, then please do, man. Please do. Oh, Cash Jones, if he was able to stay up, he probably could have been in there close. Oh, here comes Aller picking it up on the ground. He's out across midfield. Quarterback draw makes it look easy. Is Pavia? No, Pavia is not like Alex Smith. Pavia doesn't have the pinpoint accuracy, or I don't even think he's got an arm like Alex Smith. All right, Aller throwing. It's an out route. Ooh, it's close. I think he may have caught that. Nope, they're calling him out. But boy, that was close. Trying to get to Kyron Hudson there. Oh, that's real close. Yeah, knee was down before he got the ball. Unfortunately, knee out of bounds. He is the Johnny Manziel of Vandy. All right, 2nd and 10. Here comes the pressure. He steps up, looking to run. And he's going to be short by a couple of yards. He's going to set up like a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1. Sam Bradford coming out of Oklahoma was pinpoint accurate, man. He didn't have like the biggest arm, but golly, he was pinpoint accurate. Sam Bradford had he wasn't great by being like by the standard of he was the first overall pick, yeah, but he was a solid NFL quarterback. He never really became a top half of the league starter, but I thought he was solid enough. It's just you come with the expectations of being a first overall pick, and he did not fulfill those. Tears like Baker and Johnny Manziel had a baby. Yeah, my comp right now for Mateer is thick Kyler Murray. We got a handoff here to Singleton, who would have thought goes down after initial contact. He's going to be short by a foot or two. All right, we got an extra offensive lineman for Penn State. Maybe look for the bootleg. If they don't run this, look for the bootleg. Nope. They're just going to... Oh, my gosh. Oh, it looked like he got stuffed initially, but that offensive line may have got the push to get him across for a first down. Well, that's what I'm saying. Okay, Mike, I'm saying he was never a top half of the league starter. So we're already talking about a very low standard. Can start games and be functional. He was a really solid backup too. He would step in and was very capable. I thought he was like a low end starter in the NFL. Aller running again, tackled, picks up maybe 3 or 4. But yeah, by the standard of, he was a first overall pick. Yeah, he was a massive bust. He was a letdown. But he was an okay NFL quarterback. I haven't watched Jalen Husky, but he's on my watch list for safeties. He is certainly a guy that I want to watch before I do my safety rankings, my mid-season safety rankings. All right, we got a flag as they were kind of going Wildcat. And we're going to instead get a false start on the offense. Going to set up a 2nd and 12. Well, that's funny. Alabama just got a false start too. And we are going to get another run play, this time from Katron. We'll make it a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. So we're down to 3.5 minutes left in this game. As after this game, we're gonna switch over to the Georgia Alabama game. See the end of that. Yeah, he did get injured a lot. I don't disagree. I'm just saying he was a fine quarterback. We got a toss to Singleton, who's going to be close to a first. It's going to be like a 4th and 1, 4th and 2. Do they go for it again? Is Levitt like Nick Foles or Carson Wentz? I think he's got a better arm than Foles. Carson Wentz was more of a prototypical build. Like, people forget how good Wentz was the year he got hurt. Yeah. Yeah, go Joe. Is the family home? I think Haynes King is a good college quarterback. All right, buddy. All right, we got a timeout here. We got 2:43 left. And they are going to be going for it. You got to imagine you're going for it on 4th down again. I think working the bootleg or the play action would be smart. I mean, not anymore because now you're coming out in shotgun. All right, it's going to be, nope, Aller keeps it, and he's going to get the 1st down. They fake the wide receiver sweep. All right, Gojo, I can't have you going all crazy, buddy. Oh, you want to say hi to the folks? Hey, it's Gojo, just in case you didn't know so. All right, 2-minute timeout coming up. Are they going to get a play out? Looks like they are. They're going to fake the sweep again, but they're going to actually toss it, and that's Katron Allen. And he's going to pick up about, oh, wow, the pile's still up. They're still moving. No whistle. And Katron Allen, I think, is close to or has a 1st down. I'm not familiar with the FBS attendance rule. My gosh, dude, you're asking so many questions. I like a lot of pies. I don't have a favorite one. I just like a lot of pies. All right, good. There you go, buddy. Who am I rooting for? I think I have money on Oregon money line, so I think I'm rooting for Oregon. Contrary to what the overlay says, and I made that overlay last night. I personally wouldn't bet on this game unless the only reason I did is because stinking FanDuel had a what 30% bonus or something on this. Oregon defense needs to wake up. I mean, to be fair, they've been playing great all game. And Penn State just got it together offensively. Why would I take offense to the Dolphins sucking? I've been saying they sucked for a long time. Not even suck, but it's just like they're like a mid to lower mid team. It's a terrible place to be. I don't think a college team can beat an NFL team. There might be rare instances year to year, but you're talking about the best of college football versus what? College players. There's the best of college football all around compared to the best of high school. All right, 2nd and 3. They got Allen in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to him. And he fights ahead for he's close to the first. I don't know if they're going to give it to him. And he's going to be just short. All right, 3rd and inches. All right, we're down to 10 seconds left on the play clock. And it is going to be a handoff to Katron. Another first. Katron just moving this offense. First and goal for Penn State down at the Oregon 7. Aller in shotgun. Empty backfield. Oh, he's going under center. And then Singleton. Oh, oh my gosh, it's a sweep to the wide receiver. I love that play call. Dude. What a play call. You motion Singleton. You have Aller, empty backfield, goes under center. Singleton motions back to the backfield. Him coming right, and then yeah, you just pull Ross to the left on the sweep. Beautiful play call. What is it, Nittany? Yeah, it looks like Aller is looks like Aller is busted open. Andy Nittany, former Kansas offensive coordinator, man. I thought that was a big addition for Penn State. I like his offense. I love. Why isn't the draft guide free? Because it won't. Why would I make the draft guide free? I can't. I could not make this a job if I gave away everything for free. I could not provide for my family if everything was free. Why isn't it free? That's such. What do you think I'm? You think I'm PFF? Do you think I'm this big company, this big organization with a bunch of employees? I'm the only employee. So if you want to support the channel, the only way to keep it going is with y'all's support. Why isn't it free? That blows my mind. I don't want to work for PFF. I don't want to go through the ranks. I've heard some horror stories from PFF. And I mean, dude, you look at it, a lot of the guys from PFF have kind of gone out on their own. Kind of, sort of. You have Steve Palazzolo and Sam Motson. They're now with 33rd team with Check the Mike. Mike Renner, he's moved on to CBS. I think Austin Gale's with the Rainer. All right, 30 seconds left. Tied ball game. Oregon's going to get the ball at their 20. Empty backfield for Dante Moore. And we're going to get a quick screen. It's not going to get much. And it looks like, I mean, they're going up tempo, but Moore going deep. Almost a great catch by Sadiq, but it was contested well. Oh, and Sadiq looks banged up. Oh, that sucks. Hopefully he's okay. We got 10 seconds left. Oh, they're carrying him to the tent. Oh, you don't want to see that. We got 3rd and 7 here for the Ducks. Penn State showing pressure, and Penn State just hands it off. Looks like they're content taking this to OT. Who's my number 1 center? Go watch my interior rankings or buy the draft guide. How do people make money anyway, especially from simply making videos? I don't know if that's a shot. Like, oh, all they do is make videos, but if that's a shot, then you gotta watch yourself, bro. Do you know how much time it takes? The research, the editing, the recording, just to make a video. You make money off YouTube from ad revenue. Ad revenue is very flimsy. It changes on a whim, so you don't want to put all your eggs in that one basket. That's why you have to find other means of other avenues of money. So sponsors, providing a digital product, so the draft guide. All right, Moore's just going to heave this one deep out of bounds. We're going to OT. Shoot, it even costs money. I'm trying to develop a site here to make the draft guide more cosmetically pleasing for those who want to invest in the channel. But a site for people to come eventually throw a mock draft simulator on it. Maybe we could have sponsors via the website. Just have, again, you're just looking for other avenues, but even that, it costs money to make a website. So it's like all this is like an investment on my part as well. Just hoping that y'all will invest in me so I can continue to provide content. Oh. Let's just skip Bayless, and then it takes no time or effort. I mean, dude, skip even. I'm not gonna knock Skip. Am I impressed with Aller? I wasn't through 3.5 quarters. I'll say that. He was pretty good on the last 2 drives, though. I did kind of go to college. I'm a 2-time community college dropout. I was supposed to go to LSU. I was supposed to go to Arizona, but out-of-state tuition sucks, and it costs a lot of money, and I wasn't willing to be that much in debt that I had to kill my dream. And eventually it came back. The dream came back to me, and I was able to keep it alive through a different avenue, being the YouTube. But no, instead of being tens of thousands of dollars in debt, I chose just to work. So we will be going to OT. Yeah, this Georgia-Alabama game, it's been intense the whole way through. Still 24-21, though. Bama's got the ball. LSU off campus is scary. I can imagine. I mean, I used to live in New Orleans. I know Baton Rouge is like an hour north, but I can only imagine. New Orleans was kind of a scary place. Like, it's a cool place to visit. I would not want to live in New Orleans. I spent like a year there, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm kind of done here. Like, outside of the French Quarter, it's kind of meh. Simpson was really nice at the Florida State game. It looks like, at least analytically, he's been pretty solid. I didn't watch the Wisconsin game. I didn't watch whatever D2 school they played. I plan on watching the Georgia game tomorrow or Monday. I don't know if Simpson ends up in the stock report. We'll see, but I'm going to give him a watch this week. So Penn State's going to start with the ball 1st and 10 in OT. Were you more of an intense upper body strength guy or lower? Like, I love working upper body. My lower body strength is definitely much better. Stronger. All right, we're getting a handoff to Katron Allen, who's going to be around the 20-yard line, so maybe 2nd and 5. Drew Aller, is he like Tom Brady in body type? Not really. Aller's, I think, a little thicker, more athletic. Colorado is up 14-3 on BYU. Woof. All right, we're going to. Oh, Aller hands it off. I think that's to Pena, who is inside the 5. Trevor Pena, 16 yards on the sweep. No, I think Goff's a much more accurate quarterback than Aller. Oh, Ravens put 3 guys on IR. Oh, that's rough. Katron Allen is in there. Touchdown. I mean, if you think about it, the last 2 drives for Penn State's been all built around the run game. Not saying they took the game out of Aller's hands, because that's not true. Aller got him back in it with the 35-yard touchdown pass. Beautiful ball as well. But they were really looking to get the run game going. What 3 players? Matabuke, I know, was one of them. What other players did they put on IR? All right, Dante Moore, what can you do? Wade? Like Sean Wade? Is Wade still on that squad? That's wild. All right. 2 running backs lined up in the backfield with Moore coming out in the pistol. And Hill's going to get the handoff. And gets about a 3-yard gain. Going to set up 2nd and 7. All right, empty backfield. You got 3 at the bottom for Oregon. They're rushing 4. Oh, nice. Gets it out to Bryant for a first down. It looks like that may have been a screen, because the offensive line kind of like tapped. Oh, it was a fake screen? May have been a real screen that just play broke down. Oh, Broderick Washington. I think I did see that. All right, coming out in the pistol again. I think it's Limmer that they got back there. Running back Sadiq is back on the field as well. Oh, no. Looks like there was a miscommunication between Limmer and Moore. Oh, man, that could have been crazy. All right, we got 2nd and 13. Back into the shotgun, setting up an empty backfield. And Moore's actually going to run it. Oh, nasty hit. Woof. Kirby Smart is stressing. I mean, there's 2 minutes left in that ball game. I can imagine if you're Kirby Smart. All right, dropping back. Moore gets it to the running back, Lamar, who got hammered. He's going to be short. It's going to be 4th and 1, though. 4th and 1. Oh. Looks like Oregon's going to take that timeout. Oh, they're looking for targeting? Oh. Oh, that actually looks like targeting. I don't typically like the targeting call, but that's targeting. Oh, that might okay. Good point by the broadcast. Might not be crown of the helmet. Nasty hit though. Golly. All right. No foul for targeting 4th and 1. All right, here it comes. 4th and 1 on the game. Penn State or Oregon's been 4 of 6 on 4th down. And Moore's going to try to run this, and he gets it. 1st down. It's going to be 1st and goal. Nice. All right, at the Penn State 3, 4th and goal. Need a touchdown to tie. Do I have a favorite non-power conference? I love the MAC, dude. MAC Nation's where it's at. Oh, looks like it was supposed to be a shovel pass, and it actually works. That was Jamari Johnson in there. Oh man, I thought that was a mistake. Oh wow, man. Wild. And they're going to kick the PAT to tie this sucker up and send it to OT number 2. And we're going to double OT. So I noticed Alabama still has the ball. It's 2nd down. I don't specifically know where they're at on the field. No, I don't think if James Franklin, I think Penn State will be just content sticking with Franklin. I think when Penn State doesn't make the college football playoff, maybe they move off of James Franklin. And coaches don't get fined for losing. That's kind of a silly question. Man, both these games, Bama, Georgia, Oregon, Penn State, oh, living up to the hype. Jeez, Gojo, you're licking yourself so loud, bro. Yeah, Wyatt, me and Alex from Hail Mary Sports, when we were on the stream earlier, we were talking about Nuss dealing with a core injury. All right, Oregon's going to start with the ball in OT number 2, of course, from their own 25. All right, Dante Moore is going to be under center. Fake the handoff. Here comes the pressure. Moore doing a good job of, oh my gosh, throws to Bryant. Touchdown. Whoa. What a big throw by Moore, stepping up in the face of pressure, keeping the eyes downfield, and catches Bryant. I assume Bryant was coming. Yep, he was coming from across the field, gets it out, touchdown. What a throw. Did Alabama? Looks like Alabama just won the game. Yeah, they're kneeing the ball. They won the game. Here comes the 2-point play. You got trips up top. Empty backfield. Moore looking around, and it's picked off. And it's denied Dennis Sutton, who's trying to return this sucker. Oh, and it's fumbled off the tackle by Kenyon Sadiq. So no 2-point conversion. That was a wild. Isaiah World was down there also to make a tackle. Golly. Oh, you almost had a face mask there by Harkley. Danny Dennis Sutton, man, look at that. Just watching the eyes of the quarterback dropping into coverage. I feel like Simpson might be closer to Mac Jones than Kirk Cousins. I'm kind of curious about the actual arm strength. Have to go back and look at that. All right, we got Aller dropping back, throwing, and it's intercepted! Dylan Thieneman! Drew Aller, no touch. That's the game. Whoa. I mean, was that like a high-low read? And he just didn't see Thiemann underneath? Oh, go back to the replay, please. Dang. Oh, Dan Lannon, man, he's tearing up. Also, if you didn't know, now you know. Alabama also secured a victory, which means we're doing Bama. We're going to be doing Bama Vandy next week, along with Florida State and Miami. Dylan Thiemann with the pick. Man, I want them to go back to that interception. I want to see exactly how it all worked out. That's right. One more game for next week. Oh, finally, we're going to go to a replay. So Thieman's in the center of the field. You kind of got a wheel route by the tight ends. Yeah. Dude, that's the thing, man. Drew Aller and struggling with the touch passes. I mean, to be fair, that was going to be tough. His tight end, if that got through, his tight end was going to take a gnarly hit along the sideline. Dang. What a way to end it. Golly. Shwee. All right, man. That's it for us tonight. That is going to be it for us tonight. If you don't know, now you know. We did this for charity, this stream, raising money for the American Heart Association. You could check that out. It's the pinned comment in the chat. It's you could follow the link in the description. Also, if you're on the X, you could find that link in the comment of the video. It's also my pinned comment on X. But I guess until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.